What's going on about this Afro think tank? We got some breaking news. Joe Biden has dropped out of the race. He's gone. He's done. Finito. It's time to retire. This is a good thing. And this is a good thing. All right, that Joe Biden jumped out of it. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I've never campaigned for Joe Biden, ever. You guys can't find a video with me doing it, right? But I do want to uphold democracy. So that's pretty much where I'm standing at. Anybody trying to destroy democracy, I ain't with that, right? Not at all, right? But so, especially the democracy we have to live in as black people, right? Do that shit when we gone, or do that shit later. Don't do that shit while we here, all right? But anyway, so now, what's gonna happen, right? So, two things could happen, right? So now the DNC has collected $100 million, and for the Biden-Harris campaign. Now, the only way the DNC can use that $100 million is there's two ways. Well, the only way is if Harris decides to run. If Harris runs in her place, his place, then that ticket can use the $100 million for the campaign. If they don't do it that way, the other way they can do it is Joe Biden can transfer his $100 million to the DNC. The DNC suit pack, I forgot what you call it, but he can transfer it to a third party that the DNC organizes. They will hold the money, and all the money will be used for, the campaign. So they're gonna have a convention. They should have an open convention. If they have anything less than an open, listen to me. If the Democrats have anything less than an open convention where anybody gets to run and compete for the delegates, then it wasn't a democratic process. There's no way they should force any candidate on us if they can't win at their own convention. Because if they win at their own convention, then it's still a democratic process, right? It'd be different. It'd be not traditional, but it would be a democratic process, and no one would be able to compete. No one would be able to say anything against it, because what the Republicans are going to do is they're going to try to make sure the Democrats don't use that $100 million. So they're gonna shoot out lawsuits saying that this is unconstitutional. They're gonna find something somewhere in the paperwork where they can slow the process down, because the Republicans' job is to keep the Democrats befuddled, keep them all jacked up, right? So they can concentrate on their guy Donald Trump, right? I have absolutely no idea who's gonna run. I have no idea what's gonna happen. This is crazy. But what I do know is anything's better than Joe Biden, because the dude wasn't even alive. No bull. We all know he wasn't alive. The dude's just old. I'm not saying he's incompetent, right? But I'm just saying he's just at the age where he shouldn't be working. He should be retired and enjoying his grandkids and great-grandkids and shit like that. Hell, Donald Trump, same thing too. His ass should be retired too, sitting on his ass, enjoying his money and his grandkids and shit like that. That's what these guys should be doing. letting younger people run this type of shit. So I'm hoping. I don't, dude, let me tell you something. I don't know if they can rebrand Kamala Harris. I actually was supporting Kamala Harris over Joe Biden when they were running, because we didn't have a primary at all. They just said, fuck it, we're gonna pick Joe Biden. But usually that's what happened with incumbents anyway, so it's not too out of the ordinary. But at the same time, Harris, she has a personality issue. And she's such a machine, she's such a robot. I don't know, she ain't got that, that thing. But for all intents and purposes, she would be technically the perfect candidate, right? Now, if you're thinking outside of the black box, and you just think about strategically, she's covering a few bases. She's a woman, she's Asian, and she's African. Black at the same time. Black, African, same thing. She covers everything. She has a white husband who's Jewish. Tell me what she ain't covered. She has a white male husband who's Jewish. She's half Indian and half black. And she's a woman. She literally covers everything. The only people they not being represented is black men and non-Jewish white men. Because Jewish people are white, Europeans. I don't know why the fuck I really don't know why white people, they insist on making Jew different from white. But we know what they mean. White Jews. They are white people from Europe who moved to Israel, just like white people from Europe moved to America. They are not no racial group of Jews. These are white people who put a yarmulke on their head and call themselves Jew. All right, but either way, you know, I mean, they can keep saying it. Maybe they believe it. I don't think anybody else does. But other than that, everybody covered. And we got, so most of the black people are going to follow the black women. Black guys will follow black women. I don't think, you know, you got some black men that'll go with Donald Trump. We know why, right? You know, the black men and the white evangelical Christian men, some of them will galvanize for the white man over the black Asian woman. See that? And that's the game they're gonna play. Because think about it. The whole theme of this election is gonna be based around abortion rights. So black people in our plight, to be honest, wasn't the main docket, even though we always got fucking a reason, whatever, right? But the main thing is they took away a whole right. The Republicans took away. This is what they running on. Women, right? So what better thing to do is to have a woman who's black and Asian. You know what that means? That means that the pundits, you see, it was cool in the Republican Party for them white folks to start talking to talk shit about their Coonarian Indians, like Ramaphosa and Nikki Haley, right? It was cool over there, but see, when you get to the general election, all that racist shit don't fly. What are they gonna be able to? What kind of ad hominem attacks would they have on Kamala Harris? Say something. Go ahead. It's a total landmine. If I was a strategist, if I can get Kamala Harris to have a personality and to articulate herself better with a little bit of swag, put a little 2-4 beat on that junk, you know, give her a little something. If I can do that, if I can rebrand her, if I'm a think tank, Democratic think tank, and I want to rebrand somebody, and I got a short period of time to do it, it can be done, but you have to have a masterful plan. If they do that, there's no way she can win. She can definitely win, no problem. She was one of the most popular candidates. She just lost against the establishment, which was Joe Biden. She probably would have won, right? Now, if for some reason they get who they really want to get, which I doubt, I truly doubt, if they were to get Michelle Obama, it's game over. It's a guaranteed win. It would be no point in me even. Now she already said she don't want to do it. They always say they don't want to do it, right? And I believe that she probably really don't want. She ain't feel like it, right? It's such a hassle, right? But let's say they convinced her to do it, right? It's over. Donald Trump might as well drop out the race. All the black Coonarians might as well just stop their YouTube channels because all they're gonna do is dig a hole they can't get out of. Because the one thing, see, they can talk about black Coonarians, they can talk about all the other black social media people. They can talk about the black politicians on the lower levels, right? But the black Coonarians, one thing they would not be able to do is talk about Michelle Obama. They ain't gonna be able to do it. As soon as they do it, it's on sight for most of them. That'll be too dangerous of a tactical move for Coonarians to even try. They would just take a break and come back and find another black person to point at to make white people feel good. All right, but yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be exciting. I ain't gonna lie. This is some exciting shit. Watching Babylon fall, you got one side, two crazy old geezers. At least one of them finally got rid of one. Republicans, they still working on getting rid of theirs. They got an old felon rapist who picked a turncoat freaking never Trumper as a VP. Like, they all jacked up over here. And we all jacked up, and well, not we. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. But it's we, which is we against MAGA. Anybody who's not MAGA is we, as far as I'm concerned, because I'm trying to uphold this semblance of democracy. All right, them motherfuckers over there want authoritarian shit. If you think that shit don't happen, then you can go right along ahead. You can go ahead and think about those other guys who thought it wasn't going to happen before it happened. Everybody think it ain't going to happen until it do happen. They think, oh, we're so advanced. We're so far along. There's no way we could ever fall into an archaic authoritarian regime. Yeah, they all thought that. And that's how all those countries fell into an authoritarian regime, because everybody was so complacent thinking, oh, it'll never happen. That's some old ancient shit. Nobody does that shit. Yeah, right. Okay. All right, so anyway, yep, that's the news. Joe Biden is done. He can go in and retire, eat his Jell-O and salad and shit. You know what I'm saying? And let somebody younger compete and fight forces of evil. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.